is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead. And I am live, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. How are you guys doing? Happy, amazing Friday, right? So, again, this is Araneth. I am the face behind this personal page, business page, and YouTube page. Hello, everyone. Coming live from San Francisco, California. So tonight is my 90 days Goran Success Challenge that we started with my mentees and also some of my business partners. And we will be doing this in 90 days. So tonight's topic, I'm actually on my day 18 and day 19. I just combine it together because I missed one live due to me not having a voice, right? So it's kind of hard being here sometimes once you're losing your voice. So I can like pause for one night. To my voice, I feel that and my few tasks, which is maintaining a mental attitude and also calming self-doubt. All right. You guys know me. So this page, you know. Thank you. Yeah, so basically, I am here with you guys this amazing topic and one looks like internet is lagging. What is happening? You guys are understanding me, seeing me. It seems like sometimes my internet is lagging. It's like turning off and on. But anyway, grateful to be here, guys. And this is gonna be short probably because it's still my voice is still raspy. So let's get started. So welcome back to my day 18 and day 19 of this 90 days Goran Success Challenge. And first of all, I just really want to say how proud I am of every single one of you who is still showing up, still listening, still supporting me, still choosing growth even when it feels uncomfortable this Friday night, right? Because staying consistent is already proof that you are becoming someone else. Someone stronger, than you were yesterday. So tonight, we're going to talk about two things that will determine whether you succeed long term or quit early. And those two things are maintaining a positive mindset and also, what else? A positive mindset and learning how to overcome self doubt. Thank you, Alona, for tuning in with me. Wow, from Japan. And I really want to speak to you, not someone who has it all figured out, but as someone who is walking this journey with you. For me, as a full-time working mom, building alongside corporate, right? Waking up early to protect my mindset, like running ads, leading a team, raising my two amazing kids, being a partner, being a wife, being a daughter, being a mom, and still having days where my mind tries to convince me to slow down, shrink, and doubt myself. I slow down for one day because of my voice, right? Oh my God, my voice is really getting dry again. My voice is getting dry again. That's the reason why it's affecting the way I talk. Because the truth is, mindset is not something you master. It's mindset is not something you master once and then you are done forever. No, it's not gonna work that way. Mindset is something you maintain every single day, just like you shower daily, right? You brush your teeth daily, just like you feed your body daily, right? You must feed your mind also daily. And if you do not protect your mindset intentionally, life will influence it automatically. That's why today, hi Neha, excited to have you on our mastermind to learn more. Oh yes, so today we gotta go deep. Okay, yeah, I can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow. Yeah, so here's the thing. I really want to talk a little bit about what a positive mindset really means, okay? Before I dig deeper, okay? So let me begin by saying something very clearly so there is no confusion. Maintaining a positive mindset does not mean pretending everything is perfect, okay? It does not mean ignoring your problems. It does not mean like suppressing emotions or acting strong when you are tired, right? Maintaining a positive mindset means choosing your response even when your emotions are loud, because life will happen, right? People will say no. Someone might refund, okay? In our business, we do that. Your ads might not perform, right? You might feel exhausted after work too. Your children might need you at the same time your business needs you. It happens all the time. And these moments, you cannot control the situation, but you can control the meaning you give to the situation. I'll repeat that again because it's two different language. You cannot control the situation, but you can only control the meaning you give the situation. And that is where maturity begins. Guys, I remember days where I questioned myself quietly, not because I didn't have, or I mean, I didn't believe in the opportunity, but because my mind was tired, my energy was stretched. And in those moments, I had to remind myself that positivity is not a mood, it is a decision. You decide what this means. You decide whether this is happening to you or building you. And you are the only one who decide whether this moment is a wall or a lesson. That decision right there determines whether you move forward or you stay stuck, right? That's why for me, my morning routine really sets the tone. Many of you already know this about me, right? I wake up at 3:33 in the morning. Not because I have extra time, not because I have superpowers, right? But because I understand something very important. If I do not lead my mind first, the world will lead it. You know, the world will lead it for me. That's why when you wake up, the first thing you do is check your phone, right? I don't do that. Some people check the phone early in the morning, scroll social media, read messages, lead notification, and absorb other people's emotion before grounding yourself. You are allowing the outside world to shape your internal state. That's basically that's the old version of me back then, right? And then you wonder why you feel reactive, right? So when I wake up early, what I usually do is I breathe slowly, I meditate, I sit in silence, or maybe I lay down in silence too. I reconnect with who I am becoming, because guys, I refuse to let the chaos of the day determine my energy. That's why maintaining a positive mindset really requires internal or intentional preparation. Just like, the athletes, athletes warm up before a game. That's why you must warm up your mind before facing the world, right? And really ask yourself honestly, what are you feeding your mind every single day? Is it growth, right? Is it gratitude? Or is it discipline? Or is it comparison, fear, and noise? Because whatever you consistently consume becomes your internal dialogue. And that is so powerful, guys, and your internal dialogue becomes your external results. Yeah, that's why the power of word is so important. And I really want to share about this because it's very, very practical. Your word or your words shape your emotional experience. That's why if you constantly say, I am overwhelmed, your body will feel overwhelmed. And then when you say, like, I'm so tired, and later on you start yawning, and it happens all the time. Try that for yourself. I am so tired without even thinking it, right? And then you start yawning because your body responds about the words that you're speaking out to the world or to yourself, right? So if you constantly say, this is too hard, your brain will look for evidence that it is too hard. But if you shift your language gently and say, I am stretching, or I am learning, or this is developing my strength, what's going to happen? Your nervous system responds differently. This is not about lying to yourself, guys. This is about upgrading your interpretation. Yeah, so I see that's the reason why I really want to share this with you. Thank you, honey. Where did you get that?
I don't know.
Oh, this is grandma. No, this is mine. Yeah, so that's why there was a yeah. So there were moments when I could have said that this is too much for me. I work full time. I have kids. I have responsibilities. But instead, I choose to say, this is training me to lead at a higher level. And that shift changed my emotional response completely. That's why maintaining a positive mindset really requires word discipline too. You must listen to how you speak about yourself because, again, your subconscious mind believes what you repeat. Okay, that's where you create your belief system by saying the same thing over and over again, and that become a new belief. That's why it is so important, you know, to be to uh, to have that different perspective in life, because again, perspective is an emotional stability. Perspective is what really keeps you steady when circumstances change. So if someone says no to you and your identity collapse, it means your confidence was tied to approval. If for example, if an ad doesn't perform, or I mean, if an ad doesn't perform or you follow up and nobody replied, what's gonna happen? Your energy drops completely. It means your belief was tied to immediate results. That's what it is. But when your identity is rooted in growth instead of outcomes, you remain stable because you take that as a different perspective. And here's the thing, I have learned that not everyone will see the vision. That's why even though you share the business opportunity to other people, not everyone will see that. Not everyone will understand long term play. Not everyone will be aligned like you, right? And that is okay because every no refines you. Every challenge you experience strengthens you. And every delay develops patience, right? That's why when you see obstacles as assignments instead of punishment, your emotional strength increases. That's what gonna happen. And maintaining a positive mindset becomes more easier. All right. So yeah. So
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about the day 19. And that's something that I really want to share it with you guys about positive mindset, right? And since I'll be talking about two topics tonight, and then because I combine it because of, I think 3 days ago, I wasn't really able to talk 3 days or 4 days ago. Can you give me some more water, please? Yeah. So I really want to talk about self doubt. Okay. And that's my day 19 of this 90 days score and success challenge. When self doubt, how are you going to overcome that? Right? You know, self doubt is not a sign to stop. Self doubt does not mean you are unqualified. I would say self doubt does not mean you are not capable. Um, and self doubt often means you are stepping into something bigger than your previous identity. Yes. So when I first started doing go lives like this, just like what you're seeing right now, I felt so nervous when I first ran my ad on social media. I even questioned myself. And when I step into a leadership role, I always wondered if I was ready, you know. But I realized something very powerful, and that is confidence. Confidence is built after action, not before action. Remember that. Confidence is built after action, not before action. So if you wait to feel confident before moving, you will delay your growth. Because guys, movement builds proof. And when you build that proof, it also builds confidence. And when you build that confidence, builds identity. So that's why you do not need to eliminate self-doubt. You need to move it. I mean, you need to move despite it. Okay? So let me share this where self doubt came from. Self doubt usually comes from old experiences, from your old experience, the things that had happened in the past. That's why you started doubting yourself. Maybe someone told you that you were not good enough, right? Maybe you failed before too. Maybe you compare yourself to others who seem ahead of you. But comparison is a dangerous move because you are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. I'll repeat that again. Comparison is a dangerous move, or comparison is dangerous because you are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. And often, self doubt is just an old voice repeating itself. That's why, let me ask you this, or ask yourself this question. Is this thought truly mine, or is this a belief I inherited from someone else? Because if it is inherited, you can release it. You don't have to believe it, right? Or maybe there's someone that you borrowed from other people, from someone else that is so close to you. And the good news, you have the ability to to release that, because that's the one that's really actually not serving you at all. That is our reasoning power. Reasoning power is one of our mental faculties that you can actually use for you to reject and only accept the ones that is serving you, right? You are not your past mistakes, guys. You are not your previous limits. You are evolving. Okay? That's why I really want to share you guys some practical steps to overcome self-doubt, which this is something that I've learned from my mentor Bob Proctor. Number one is you have to really separate feelings from facts. Okay, feeling I don't think I can do this. Those are the thing, right? But the fact is you are feeling something new. You don't have to think I can do this. You have to learn something new. Okay, and then second is borrow belief. In the beginning, I borrowed belief from my mentors. I borrowed belief from the structure they provided, and I borrowed belief from the system too. You do not need to, or to, you do not need full belief to begin. You only need enough belief to take the next step. Okay, then the other one is take action before you feel ready. What does that mean? Because the thing is like uh, waiting. Um, oh, what is that? There's another word that I really want to share it with you guys. Is oh yeah, take action before you feel ready because waiting strengthens fear. You're actually watering that fear, right? So the only thing you need to do is action. You take action immediately because that's the only way that weakens the fear. Every small action you take proves to your brain that you are actually capable of doing that. And the only thing you need to do is to really change your identity. You need to have that identity shift. This is where everything changes. That's why if you see or if you still see yourself as someone who tries but quits when it is uncomfortable, you will repeat the same cycle. But if you begin to say, I am becoming disciplined, I am becoming consistent, I am becoming emotionally strong, your actions will start to align with that identity. You know, just take little step one at a time. Okay. And self doubt loses its power when your identity upgrades, right? So you cannot really maintain new results with an old self image. The only thing you need, the only thing that you should be doing is to take action because that's where growth start, and that growth requires becoming someone new. That's why building that self image is so important. Because if you remain that person in 2025 and you want to achieve something big in 2026, and you are still doing the 2025 attitude or belief, that's not going to work. The only thing for you to really change the result in 2026 is to really build a new version of you. That's what it is, right? That's how you overcome it. That's why tonight, guys, I really want you guys to really reflect quietly. Where have you allowed self doubt to be louder than your vision? Where? What negative sentence are you ready to replace this week as well? Because again, who would you become if you stop shrinking in moments of discomfort? You are, oh, she stop. Because you are capable of doing more growth, more leadership, more stability, you know, and first of all, more expansion beyond one lane. You shouldn't be staying in one lane all the time. You have to really expand that, because I know it is not easy. I know it is not easy. I agree. But if you are willing to grow through discomfort instead of running from it, you have to do what it takes in order for you to create that change in your life.
Great,
Because
great.
only you can only see the results once you make yourself uncomfortable. Even though it's really, really hard, but being uncomfortable, that's where growth begins. Okay, so yeah, so that's why you really try your best, really try your best not to do the same thing over and over again and expect the same result. No, it's not gonna work. You have to really make yourself uncomfortable or stretch yourself every single day. Like, we have a lot of inspired actions that we do every single day, but if that one action that you repeatedly doing it, try a new one. Okay, or try to stretch yourself and try something new. Okay, because again, this is where you see massive results in the long run. And the more you do it, the more it compounds. And the more it compounds, the more it really expands the level of awareness that you have. All right. So yeah, yes, I made it to 25 minutes, less than 30 minutes. That's why that's the only thing that I can share with you guys. Thank you so much. Needing my voice again. Thank you for showing up on you. Thank you for staying with me again tonight. And tomorrow I will be here again to discuss with you guys the day 20, which is sharing my personal success mantra. That's going to be my day 20 tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. Again, thank you. And I really appreciate you, Young Zoom Digital and Company. Wow, watching from Perth, Australia. I hope to see you on Fiji next week. Also, Yamune Gurong from Nepal. I appreciate you for tuning in with me. From Maggie, thank you, sis. And from Neha, excited to have you in the master. Yes, I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Really, really good topic tomorrow, guys. Even though I don't have any slide, but I'll probably, just like tonight, right? I'll probably share it from the teachings that I've learned from my mentors. Yeah, so can't wait to share that with you guys. And again, to Alona, good morning from Japan. Thank you, sis, for tuning in tonight. So that's it, everybody. Thank you, Madeline. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And can't wait to share you guys my personal mantra tomorrow night. And thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. Bye-bye.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.